We were walking around Sound City yesterday and we picked up on the fact that some of the bands that we saw didn't really achieve the maximum positive response from the audience. Some of this could be down to the fact that they didn't really structure their set in a way that was becoming of a festival. And we're going to give you some tips today on how to structure the perfect festival setlist. Tip number 1. If you have any slow, downbeat, sad, depressing songs, I would strictly avoid playing them. People come to festivals, especially when it's nice and sunny, to have a good time and to maybe have a bit of a dance and just keep the positive energy going. And if you're on stage singing about a sad topic with a really downbeat song, it's probably not going to go down as well as it would an energetic song. That being said, if you're in like a tent at a festival or a bit of an intimate environment, then feel free, it might work. Tip number 2. Don't open with your best tracks. The way that festivals work, especially when there's like a bunch of smaller stages, is that people don't tend to come for the beginning of the set. They flock to stages usually about 5 minutes into the set when they've noticed, oh, there's a band on over there, we'll go watch that. People are rarely stood like next to the stages before the bands come on. In a normal gig environment where we would suggest that you play one of your strongest tracks first to instantly hook the audience, that doesn't necessarily work at a festival. So I would recommend that you put all your strongest songs in the middle to the end of the set, because that is the time when most people are going to be there. Obviously you want to finish on your strongest song because that leaves the impact. Tip number 3, always mention your band name. We saw about, how many bands did we see yesterday, Lanny?
I think we probably saw about 7 or 8 bands.
Yeah. And I only remember the names of 2 of them. And one of them is Slaves, who are a famous band. I only remember the other band's name because they mentioned it between every single song. At a festival, people flock from stage to stage. They'll go to a band for a few songs and they'll go to the next band and then they'll just keep moving like that. And if you're not mentioning your name all the time, then the people aren't really going to remember who you are. It might feel weird, like saying after every song, oh yeah, we are da-da-da, but you need to ingrain your name into the audience's minds, otherwise they're not going to remember you, because there are plenty of bands on at a festival that they can remember otherwise.
Yeah, you can be a bit kind of like casual about it and be like, oh, for everyone who's just joining us, we are...
Yeah, that's what one of the bands did yesterday, and that worked really well.
Yeah, it doesn't feel bad because they're given a reason why they're saying their band name all the time, because people are obviously rejoining the crowd.
Yeah. Also, tip number 3.5. This isn't really a tip. This is just something that I would personally prefer bands to do. Is if you've got a song that's maybe in a bit of a weird time signature, like there was a band yesterday who had a song in 7/8. Maybe a festival isn't the best environment to be playing a song like that, because at a festival you have a lot of casual listeners. There's people who go to see you who don't know you, who just want to have a bit of a dance. And if your song's in a really weird time signature, they're kind of going to be thrown off by that and they're not going to be able to dance in the way that they want to dance. So it might make them have a bit of a bad impression of you. However, that is just what I feel. I think if all your songs are in weird time signatures, then yeah, go for it. So yeah, anyway, that was some tips about how to create a good festival setlist. This week we are at Sound City and we are making 6 videos that are going to go out every day throughout the week. And if you want to see a big playlist of all those videos put together, then click around about here in the middle and have a good day.
Bye!